Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I am going to be doing a full face using e.l.f. makeup. I've been waiting patiently to do this video because honestly, as of lately, e.l.f. is that girl in the drugstore. Like, e.l.f. is really doing the things that we need it to do. e.l.f. is delivering. She's giving us what we need at affordable pricing, and she's all cruelty-free, 100% cruelty-free, 100% vegan. There is no testing on animals. There is no using any animal byproducts to make these products. So I have some of the best sellers. I've got a slew of e.l.f. stuff to be testing out today. A lot of the stuff I have used before, I've been using before, but just for the sake of the video, for the sake of showing you just how much of the it girl that e.l.f. is, I wanted to do full face, that way you guys can see and you know that you can save some money and not buy such expensive makeup, because there is high quality at the drugstore and e.l.f. is that. So yeah, let's get into this. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to use the e.l.f. makeup mist and set. This, I'm just going to hydrate my face before I put on the primer. I bought all of this stuff from the e.l.f. website, and they were running a sale. They were running this deal that if you spent over $30, you get 40% off of everything that you buy. Now, you know, $30 is a lot for e.l.f. because everything is like less than $10. So I got a really good deal on it because I got a full face of e.l.f. products. So everything that I got 40% off. Like, 40% off is a lot off. So this is the large bottle of the setting spray, the mist and set spray. It's originally $7 for the large bottle. I got it for $4.20. So everything that I bought, I got 40% off of because of the sale that they were running. I'm not sure if they're still running that sale, but I bought this stuff at the right time because I got 40% off of everything. So yeah, this was $4.28. Now for primer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. This is one that I've been wanting to try for like a really long time because people were saying that it's kind of like a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip, which is like my favorite primer. And honestly, I have to agree, as far as the texture, it does give that sticky, tacky texture, which helps you feel like your makeup is going to stay in place. And this was originally $10. I got it for $6. Now, if you're not new here, then you know exactly what I'm going to start with, but if you are new here, I always start with concealer. I like to conceal underneath my foundation just to correct everything, do all that under the foundation. It is more seamless when you blend everything out, and it just gives a nice clean look. So I actually have two concealers. One is in the color Medium Peach. I'm going to use that to correct any red marks on my face. Obviously, you see this big red mark right here. And yeah, this is just going to correct everything. And it also helps too if you have a concealer that isn't exactly, you know, the most seamless color for your skin tone. Concealing underneath your foundation can help kind of, you know, distract from that. Because if you do your foundation first and then you try and spot conceal over that with a concealer that's not quite right for your skin tone, you can see like little circles around your face where you put the concealer. So it just helps to, you know, spot conceal underneath. I'm gonna let this sit just for a little bit before I blend it out. This is something that I actually bought not from the website. Whenever I bought stuff, I had bought this from Target like before that, and the e.l.f. Camo Concealer is only $6. Alright, so to blend it out, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Camo Sponge. This, I believe, is only $6. This wasn't one that I bought from the website, but I had bought it recently before, and it was, I believe, $6, so. And in between steps, I do like to refresh with setting spray just to keep my skin nice and hydrated. It helps with blending products, working with products if your skin, you know, isn't dry. So I'm actually going to take that same concealer that I just used and I'm going to put it in my under eye area. And on top of that, I'm going to take a lighter color. This is in the color Light Peach. I'm just going to put a little bit towards the center because that'll brighten it up there. And I'm going to let this sit and then blend it out. And again, I'm going to spray with the setting spray. Now, I might look a little bit crazy. Just trust the process, okay? For contour, I'm going to use this e.l.f. concealer. This is the 16-hour camo concealer in the shade Tan Latte. So I actually tried this a little bit just to see how the color was. I believe this is one that's a neutral. It's a neutral tone, so it's a little, I feel like it's a little bit too warm. I should have went with the cool one. I should have gone with my gut. I know, I'm sorry. I should have gone with my gut. I can get away with it. So I'm just going to take my BH Cosmetics number 4 brush. This is just a flat contour brush, and I'm going to blend this out. And you'll see in a little bit how it looks. It looks very warm. Yeah, I definitely should have gotten the cool version of this, you know, shade. But that's okay. That's okay because foundation will be going over it. But look at that. Look at how like sun-kissed my forehead looks. I'm just going to take a little bit, you know, in my contour areas. I've been slowly getting away from cream contour because I just feel like it can be so intense. I say that as this contour is like orange. But if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. But I pretty much just wanted like an affordable way for me to contour because that Anastasia Beverly Hills like foundation stick that I used to contour with is $25. And I just don't want to spend that much to contour. So yeah, trust the process. I probably will get the correct undertone because I was gonna get the one that was cool because that's what I usually get for, you know, contouring products. I like cooler toned ones, but then I'm like, no, because I don't want it to look gray. I wanted warmth, and I got warmth, so I'll probably end up getting the cool version of that because she's a little warm. She's a little bit warm. So of course I'm gonna spray to refresh. Like I said, I like to keep my skin hydrated during the process because it keeps things from breaking, from cracking, you know, and all that other stuff. Because I'm working with matte products right now, so it helps to keep, you know, your skin hydrated while you're applying layer on layer on layer of matte products. So now I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Jelly Highlighter. I don't know if you had ever tried this or if you ever used this, but this was kind of a craze, I feel like, back in maybe 2016, 2017. Jelly highlighters were like it. With that being said, it's very, very pigmented, so you have to work, you kind of have to work quick with it. I'm trying to find a good brush to use it with. Okay, so I'm gonna work from the lid, like the excess that's in the lid, and this is just a Real Techniques crease brush, but it's like dense enough that I feel like it could blend this out decently. And I have my little palette that I got from DSMD shop. It is a little bit dirty, don't mind that. But yeah, it's just like a little hand palette thing, so I'm gonna tap away the excess so I can lightly, see, look at that. It's super, super intense, like almost too intense. So I'm gonna blend that out. It also dries very quick, which is why I'm doing it on damp skin. I haven't put any powder on yet. I haven't, you know, set anything. I am just trying to work with the wet products so that they blend nicely together. And once again, foundation is still gonna go over this, so that way everything is less intense. Now I'm gonna be using cream blush. This is the e.l.f. Putty Blush in the color Maldives. It's a very rich, like kind of like a black cherry type of vibe. Like that's the vibe that I get from it. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this little cream blush. I'm gonna use this Real Techniques brush, and I'm gonna apply a little bit of this goes a very long way. It is a very, very rich tone. And like I said, foundation will be going over all this, so not to worry. So you can see that we're slowly building up the face from underneath, and now we are going to get into the foundation. And the foundation that I have is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. This is in the color beige, which is a light shade with cool / pink undertones. This is in the color 220 beige. So I'm going to take a little bit of this on my palette. It has a thick consistency, so it's not too thin. It's gonna have like a medium coverage, medium buildable, medium to full coverage. And I'm gonna take the e.l.f. buffing foundation brush and just start applying that. You can already see the coverage on that. And a little bit takes you a very, very long way. Also, I'm very proud of the color match that I did, and I did that online too. You see how like one dip has taken me all the way over on the other side of my face? I just realized I haven't been saying the prices for this stuff. I'll include a picture of everything that I got and all the prices that everything was, just because I've been forgetting to say how much stuff was. Okay, now just to further buff everything in, I'm just going to take this and lightly blend just to melt everything in. So if you didn't see me, pump the foundation out, I did 2 pumps and that gave me pretty much a full coverage face. Now you might be asking, why did you do all that underneath if the foundation just covers it? It's a little bit more difficult to see it on the camera than I see it in person, but I still see everything from underneath. Like there's still the shadows, there's still everything that I built up. I can still see it. You might still be able to see it, like definitely up in here you can see. But yeah, and it's more seamless. It looks a little bit cleaner, a little bit more meshed together. So that's why I like doing that. So once again, I'm going to spray my face to refresh it. And you also might be asking, why do you use so much setting spray? Doing setting spray in between like literally every step is going to make sure that your makeup looks like your skin. It doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look powdery. It's just gonna help keep all the layers, everything that you do on your face, it's gonna melt everything into your skin and make it look more skin-like instead of, so thick, so textured. We all have texture, I will say that, but you don't want to exemplify more texture on top of the already natural texture that you have. So that's why refreshing your face in between every step helps melt everything together. Now, I am going to go back in with the camo concealer. This one is the lighter one in light peach because we are just going to just highlight a little bit. Now, one thing about this concealer is that it is very, very full coverage, and a little bit goes a very, very long way. So definitely be light-handed with it, but I'm not going to let it sit. I'm just going to blend it out. Now for setting powder, I'm going to use the e.l.f. HALO GLOW Setting Powder. This one's in the color light. I don't know if there's any more lighter than this, but there are a few more shades after for darker, deeper skin tones, which is nice because, it's nice when brands can have a range of powder, loose setting powder colors so that more people can use it. And I'm going to take it and just set. I'm going to lightly set. I'm not going to intensely bake. I just want to set. Okay, so I've powdered a little bit on my face. Right now, it's not like baking. I just set the powder. I'm just going to let it sit there. I didn't like overload powder. You know what I mean. I'm just going to let the powder sit for a little bit. It's not overload. It's not like intense baking. I'm just going to let it sit into my skin. But we're going to move on to the brows. I have 2 brow products. One is the Ultra Precise Pencil, which is super amazing. I used to use this all the time, like whenever I was younger. Super amazing. I think it was like only $3, maybe even less. And then I have this Wow Brow, which is their like tinted brow gel. So I think I'm gonna start with the brow gel and then fill in after with the pencil just to see. I did use this before, but I used the pencil first, so I think I want to do the gel first just to see what it can do, because like I have already a decent natural brow shape. It's just, you know, the color. Oh, this is in the color dark brown because it's like a cool toned brown for like brown, almost black hair. That already did nice things, huh? This is definitely good for like a quick fill-in. If you just have like light brows, if you have a nice shape, you just have light brows, you can just kind of like put this in and go on your way. This is it with just this. Compared, you can see it just brought the color back in. Obviously, you know, after putting foundation and concealer and all this other stuff on your face, it does kind of, you know, fade and wash out your brows. So this just adds the color back in. Okay, I think I'm actually not gonna use the brow pencil to fill in anything because I like how this looks. I like the vibe. It's so soft. It's so natural. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna leave it. But this is a really good pencil, and it's only like $3. It's not super hard that you have to dig and like, you know, dig really hard into your skin to get the color payoff, but it's also not too soft and too creamy. It's like right in the middle. So you do 1, 2, 3 strokes. You've got a beautiful color build up, and you can do it in nice strokes. And then it does have a spoolie at the end, so you can, you know, blend and buff. Now, because I've gotten really into the whole like natural eyeshadow type of vibe, I did buy this glitter, what is this? This is like cream liquid glitter, whatever it is, in the color Copper Pop, which is very pretty, and I did use it yesterday. I just don't want to use it right now because I want something a little bit more natural. Either way, it's really nice. The color payoff is really nice. Let me just swatch it for you, that way you can see. Like I said, this is in the color Copper Pop. Oh, the lighting just totally screwed up. Okay, so you can see it's definitely very glittery. And it's just a nice little topper. It's a nice topper for over eyeshadow if you want a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a zing. I just don't want that right now. I don't want shimmer. I don't want glitter right now. I'm not interested in it for this look. Just like a cute little hack that I've been doing for like no eyeshadow is I just take my bronzer. This e.l.f. bronzer, this is the primer infused bronzer in the color Forever Sunkissed. This is a really good shade for my skin tone. So it is decently pigmented, so be light-handed with it, but I'm just gonna work it in a little bit. This is just gonna add some dimension to your eyes. Nothing crazy, just very natural, nice natural shadow. Just so, you know, your eyes don't look so stark and so light, because you can see, you know, after I put the concealer on, my eyelids just lack dimension. So this is just gonna give dimension. So now what I want to do is I want to dust away the excess powder that's on my skin. This is just a large powder brush. I'm just tapping away the excess. I'm not swiping, I'm not tugging, I'm not pulling, I'm just tapping away the excess because I'm going to spray my face with some setting spray just to refresh it. For actual bronzer, I'm going to go in with that bronzer that I used for my eyes, and I found a dupe. For my Morphe brush that I use to bronze with usually. This is a Morphe Y3 brush. I found an e.l.f. dupe for it. It's a little bit thicker of a brush, but it still has that tapered vibe. So I found a dupe. I don't have to buy from Morphe anymore. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a little bit of that. I'm not gonna focus it like at all on my forehead just because she's like already bronzed from that concealer. So I'm just gonna take it where I need it, which is like right in the front here, just for some extra dimension. And you can see like that foundation, the texture of it, my skin looks kind of natural, kind of radiant, without it being like a radiant, shimmery, dewy foundation. Like it's very skin-like, on top of me refreshing my face, making sure that my skin is hydrated whenever I apply product. That is also what's giving me that just healthy, natural look. Now for blush, this is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush. This is in the color Always Rosy. It is a beautiful, rich shade. It's like almost kind of like a burnt red terracotta is like how I can best describe it. So I'm gonna take this brush. This is the e.l.f. Nabella Noir brush, actually. I got this for free because when you spend $25 on e.l.f.'s website, you get a free gift. So this is the free gift, and I'm gonna use it for blush because it is perfect for that. Now, just like the bronzer, this blush is very pigmented, so be careful because a little bit goes a long way. And if you pack a lot on, it's gonna be harder to dust away than it is to build up. So I'm just gonna add a little bit. Build a little bit up. You can already see the color is depositing nice. We live in an era now where blush is back in. Blush was so poppin' in the 80s, and since trends and, you know, pop culture stuff kind of repeats itself, blush is in now. And I like the look of it. I love this look. This might be too much for you, but it is perfect for me. Okay, so as you can see, the face is very bronzed. It's very blushed. It's very sculpted. I like this. You might not, but I do. I'm gonna curl my lashes. This is the e.l.f. lash curler. I've had this for a while. It just so happens to be e.l.f. So let's add it to the e.l.f. haul. I'm just gonna curl my lashes. Lately, I have just been doing like a curling my lashes vibe, not putting any mascara on vibe. And also, I realized that I forgot to add a mascara to my cart whenever I was buying all this stuff. I might actually add a mascara, but it's not going to be e.l.f. Okay, I'm sorry, it's not going to be e.l.f. Okay, so you can see I added a little bit of brown mascara. Nothing too stark, nothing too harsh, but brown mascara, just like chef's kiss, adds the perfect soft, sweet touch to your lashes without taking away from everything else, because I find that black mascara can just be so stark. It can kind of take away from other parts of your face. I know for me, I like to showcase the complexion more so than my eyes. I just like to softly complement my eyes. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna add a little bit of bronzer under the lash line just for some extra, you know, depth and definition to my eyes. I think what I'm gonna do before we finish off with lips, before final touches, I'm just gonna get myself a little more put together all up in here, just so you can actually, you know, everything can tie together and it'll look nice. So I'll be right back. I am back. I got something on a little bit more cozy. We're rocking sports bra with a little duster over top. It's very cozy. Kind of fits the vibe of the makeup because the makeup is very clean, very simple, very soft. It's how I'm feeling. So we're gonna end off with some lips. I'm literally so sorry, but I don't have an e.l.f. lip liner. I don't know if it's because I couldn't find one or if I just forgot, but I'm gonna use this ColourPop lip liner. This is in the color BFF2. It is a very like nude, My Lips nude lip liner. So I'm gonna use this. And for lipstick, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Seriously Satin lipstick. This is in the color Nectar. Over top of it, I'm gonna put the e.l.f. Mint Melt lip. What is this? The lip plumping gloss. I'm just gonna put a little bit over top of that because I love gloss. I like shiny, plump looking lips. Of course, we're gonna finish it off with the e.l.f. setting spray. This is just going to melt everything together, make everything look nice and skin-like. I forgot one last thing. I'm gonna take a little bit of this jelly highlighter and take it down the bridge of my nose. I always do that. I never forget. I always like to, you know, this is like my nose contouring without nose contouring because it just gives some dimension. I kind of want to add lashes to this. I don't have any e.l.f. lashes. I'm so sorry. I love how this video is like, yeah, full face of e.l.f. even though there's like a couple things that I haven't used. I'm going to add some lashes really quick because I haven't worn lashes in a while and I think it's just really going to elevate the look. I'm going to put lashes on. Alright, so this is the final look. I am so pleased with how everything turned out. Of course, you know, it's a rocky journey trying to build everything up, every step that I take, everything that I work up to. I'm sure it probably looked insane. It usually does look insane. That's why you trust the process, okay? I'm glad I added lashes because it added like a nice little, cute little just cute little something. These are Ardell lashes. These are the 3D foam ink in the style 854. They will be linked down below. Everything that I used will be linked in the description below. You can see how everything came together. I'm just like, I'm giving very, very clean, yet still very put together, yet kind of like soft glam. It's like full glam except soft. So yeah, I really like the vibe of the makeup. And this is all, minus a couple things, this is all e.l.f., all drugstore. I will say that, all drugstore, all inexpensive, all accessible makeup. I just want to give an honorary mention to the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream Foundation. This stuff is like so good. I didn't use it today because I bought a new foundation to try from e.l.f. for this video, but if you want a like medium, this is like damn near full coverage, like a full coverage CC cream. It's gonna give you a natural finish. It's got SPF 30 in it. This one is like so good. Like, I think people are saying it's a dupe for the It Cosmetics CC cream or whatever it is. This is a really, really, really good foundation to try, and I highly recommend anyone try this. And as far as this foundation, this one was awesome too. Like, this one was really good. These definitely have similar textures, similar, I feel like similar vibes. They both were decently thick formulations. Like whenever I squirted it onto my little palette, it was very thick. It wasn't a runny, it wasn't liquidy, it wasn't that. So these are very similar. This one just has SPF, but they both give you that natural finish. So these are definitely like the call outs from the video. And I really think that if you do get anything, if you try anything out from e.l.f., the foundations are really good, as well as the concealers. There's a decently large shade range for the foundations as well as the concealers. I think for this foundation, there's 40 shades to choose from. 40 for a drugstore brand. Remember, Fenty Beauty has like 50, so e.l.f. has 40. The setting spray, great, amazing. If you need that just like basic refreshing spray, you don't want it to be matte, you don't want it to be super dewy and glossy and oily, this one is perfect for that. I love the cream blush. The setting powder is great. The lipstick is a beautiful, beautiful finish. I pretty much loved everything. I will say, the only thing that I wasn't too crazy about is the jelly highlighter. I just think that I kind of still have to work up a way to use it. So yeah, this is just something that I need to practice using. So, I mean, if you love highlighter, then this is probably going to be for you. But for me, I like don't really use highlighter that much, so it's something that I have to get used to and try to use better, but I'll get to it. I'll figure it out. If you love highlighter, then this would be perfect for you. Brow products were amazing. I didn't even fill anything in with a pencil. This is just from the tinted gel, the Wow Brow. Like I said, everything will be linked down below. Let me know down below if you guys have used any of these products. Let me know down below if you like the face, if you saw something that I used that you're like, wait, I want to try that. Let me know. Just comment down below your thoughts, what you think of the face, what you think of the products. I really, really want to know because I enjoyed using these products, so I want to know if you guys enjoyed using these products too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it when you watch it the full way through. It really helps me out a lot. And if you like this video, if you like me, go ahead and like this video and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And while you're clicking the subscribe button, go ahead and press the bell icon. That way you're notified every time that I post. So yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.